Kim Blani, a journalist from Mega News, wants to monitor the activity of a group of SNS users who are related to a certain topic. She wants to get as much information as possible regarding the Cyprus financial crisis, taking advantage of the sharing of content from a vast amount of information sources and the viral dissemination effect of the SNS. She needs to monitor the content activity of a group of SNS users who are related to the topic across the major social networks. It is her aim to gather a large social media content pool from which she can then select media items, text information, or witnesses to consider for her final article. The journalist, Kim Blani, starts by logging into the Socios platform. She goes to the Social Tools page where she can access all the Socios functionality. By clicking on the Pool of Contacts button, she can see which social networks she has authenticated to and from which she can retrieve her contacts. In this particular example, Kim wants to retrieve her Flickr contacts. The contacts are presented to Kim and she can start adding them to a new group. In this particular example, she adds the contacts to a new group called Cyprus Crisis. The purpose of this is to have users related to a particular topic grouped into a single location. Kim also types the name of a particular user. The platform then filters the contacts so that the particular user is easily accessible. She then adds him to the same group. By clicking on the Manage Group button for the Cyprus Crisis group, Kim can see that her 2 contacts have been successfully added to the group. Kim is currently logged into the Socios platform. She visits the Socios Tools page and has instant access to the search capabilities of the platform. Her topic of interest is the crisis in Cyprus, so she types Cyprus Crisis in the search box. It is also possible to only get results that are licensed under Creative Commons licenses. In this case, she leaves the All Licenses option selected, as she is only researching for the time being. She wants results to come in from all social networks, so she leaves them all checked. She then clicks on the search button and the results start coming in. The information of each item is presented to the user as it comes in. This asynchronous way of retrieving the information gives Kim access to it as quickly and smoothly as possible. On the top left corner of each item, there is information of the author or creator of the item. The Twitter icon indicates that the items displayed come from Twitter. On the left-hand side of the screen, we can see how many results came in from each social network. Selecting a social network from the list will filter results, showing us items only from the selected social network. In this case, Kim is interested in Flickr items. Kim makes use of the sorting feature and sorts the items by title. By sorting, all social networks are included again, and the Twitter items come up at the top. By scrolling down, Kim clearly sees that there are results from all social networks. Kim detects a Facebook item which interests her, but unfortunately for her, it's in Italian. She therefore uses the translation tool to translate this item into English in order to better understand its content. Kim goes back to the Flickr results and opens up one of the items. She is taken to Flickr, where she can see more information about the item. She decides the item is relevant to her research and adds the author to the Cyprus Crisis group. This will allow her to find more items from that particular author later on. Kim continues her research and sorts the results by ranking. In this particular example, the ratings of the items are very low, and sorting by ranking doesn't give Kim any useful information. By visiting the Manage Groups page, Kim inspects the Cyprus Crisis group and sees the newly added user is there. Kim now wants to find a new user to add to a Cyprus Crisis group, but this time wants to make better use of the recommendation service and sentiment analysis that Socios provides. She types Cyprus Crisis in the search box and checks the recommended results and Use Sentiment Analysis checkboxes. When using the recommended results functionality, licensing and social network options are not available, and they are therefore grayed out to indicate this to the user. Kim clicks on a search button and the results start coming in. Kim analyzes the first results and decides to sort them by ranking. As a result, the most highly ranked items come up to the top of the results list. Kim clicks on the Read More link to see more information about the first YouTube item. She finally decides that the second item is more relevant to her work and adds the user to the Cyprus Crisis group. Kim starts a second search. This time, she only wants items that are under Creative Commons licenses. She therefore selects the Creative Commons option and clicks on the search button. The results start coming in. By using the Creative Commons option, she can be sure that all results are freely available for her personal use. She finds a new user she's interested in and adds him to a Cyprus Crisis group. She goes to the Manage Groups page and sees her newly added user in the group. Kim wants to add one more user to a Cyprus Crisis group. This time, she knows which social network he belongs to and his username. She uses the Add Contact to Group functionality that allows her to directly add the person to the group. The new user is successfully added to the group. Kim now wants to see all the latest items that have been uploaded to social networks by the members of the group. She does this by clicking on the Get Group Latest Content link. The results come in and are displayed in an interface similar to that of the search page. On the left-hand side, we can see the users that were included in the results. It is possible to filter the results by user by clicking on the username. We can see that the results in this particular example all belong to Wiki Intel News. Back in the Manage Group page, Kim now wants to see the latest events of the particular group. Events are all the latest items uploaded by group users that are clustered into groups based on processing that is done on them on the fly by the event detection component. Kim retrieves the events by clicking on the Get Group Latest Events link. The results are presented to the user and the detected events are displayed on the left-hand side of the screen. By clicking on an event name, it is possible to filter the results by event. Kim is interested in using media items of a particular user for personal work. In order to do this, she will use the FlexiPrice platform. First of all, she creates a group called Negotiation Group. In it, she adds a Flickr user that has the item she's interested in. She retrieves the user's items by clicking on the Show Latest Group Content link. All the results belong to the user Kim is interested in. She views the item in Flickr to confirm it's the one she wants. She then clicks on the Negotiate Usage button to start the negotiation process. The FlexiPrice link comes up, and Kim clicks on it in order to be taken to the FlexiPrice platform. Here, she can see all the negotiations she has done so far. By clicking on the New button, Kim can add information about the negotiation, including the name of the negotiation and a message to the owner of the item. She sets the price she's willing to pay for the item and the maximum amount of bids she will allow. Finally, she adds an expiration date to the negotiation. When the item owner logs into the Socios platform, he will be notified that someone is interested in using his item. The owner of the item logs into the Socios platform. He goes to the Social Tools page and sees that he has pending transactions on the FlexiPrice platform. He clicks on the Go to FlexiPrice link and is taken to FlexiPrice to see what is pending. By clicking on the price bids, he can see the pending bids. In this particular example, we see the negotiation that Kim initiated. The owner of the item starts his side of the transaction. He has to specify how much he is willing to sell the usage of the item for. Only when his specified amount is lower than what Kim is willing to pay, the transaction will succeed. The owner of the item has a limited number of chances to match the price specified by Kim.